Ready for sleep time to be less stressful and more restful. With these 9 baby products, you can do that for yourself. I can't think of a single aspect of becoming a parent more complex and confusing than understanding baby sleep. I get it because I know what kind of information is out there. There's a lot of conflicting noise that raises more questions than it answers. For a new parent, it all gets overwhelming very fast, especially if you already have a restless baby. Today, we cut through that clutter and look for clarity on which of the baby sleep products can actually make a difference from the first day. In this video, we'll go over the key features of each product on the curated list. I'll try to clarify what's unique about my top picks compared to the competition. Let's get to it. First on our list is Snoo Smart Sleeper Baby Bassinet. If someone told me I could choose one piece of baby gear, Snoo would be it. Not only does it work miracles in terms of soothing through motion and white noise, but it also recognizes fussing and starts the calming cycle on its own. It's also the safest baby bed in existence, with over 100 million logged sleep hours without a single case of SID or even injury. For you, all this comes down to 2 things: extra sleep and peace of mind. To list out the features. The Swaddle and Sleep Sack, keep the baby on their back. Swaying, gentle, soothing motion, 5 intensity levels. Responsive, detects crying or fussing and initiates motion. White noise, imitates the calming sound of the womb. App-controlled, you can change most settings without getting up. Preemie mode, extra gentle movement for premature babies. Weaning mode, facilitates the bassinet to crib transition. Snoo transformed our lives, especially with my son, who was a little Tasmanian devil when it came to sleep. My wife and I were at the end of our ropes. It felt like someone was sneaking double shots of espresso into his formula. Snoo changed all that. Our son started sleeping an hour more within 3 days in the Snoo, and he was on a tidy sleep schedule within a month. My perception of the Snoo's price changed from dumb expensive to totally worth it. With all that said, the one thing that stands out compared to any other bassinet is the unparalleled safety. It's the only one out there that keeps the baby on its back at all times. It's hard to put a price tag on that. Up next is the Slumber Pod Sleep Tent. If you'll be sharing a room with your baby, a sleep tent is a must. Your baby needs darkness and a distraction-free environment for proper sleep, and you need to go about your day. Those two clashes in shared spaces. Moreover, even if you're not sharing a room, the baby's room might not be dark or quiet enough for sleep. A sleeping tent plays the role that used to be reserved for closets or bathrooms. It gives your baby their own dark oasis and gives you the freedom to do your thing. Among the sleep tents, Slumber Pod stands out for a few reasons. It's bigger than your average sleep tent, extends beyond a pack and play. It's pitch black, it's totally dark inside even if the light is on. The materials are premium, everything about it feels high-end, but it still allows unrestricted airflow. To list out the features. It has extra pockets for the fan and camera. Complete blackout material, no light goes in. Tested and safety certified, compliant with all safety standards. Easy setup, takes under 2 minutes. Big enough to fit over a standard pack and play. Space is not my reason for using the Slumber Pod. My reasons are all about travel. I love the convenience of taking the Slumber Pod out wherever we go and setting up a dark space for sleep before you can say, Jack Robinson. Up next, Reedy Shade Blackout Shades. Whether your child is restless or a calm sleeper, darkness is your friend. In the former scenario, it might be the solution, because less stimulation might be enough to calm and settle the baby. In the latter scenario, it means deeper and better sleep even if there's no change in the sleep schedule. Among blackout shades, Reedy stands out because it's the top value for money. You can trim Reedy to a perfect fit at home, you don't need tools to install the shades, and they block 99% of light. In a word, Reedy does it all at a lower price point than competing shades. To list out the features. It blocks out 99% of the light. Made of durable pleated paper, doesn't yellow or crack. No cords, you use clips to lower and raise the shades. Paper can be easily trimmed to a perfect fit. No tool installation, takes but seconds. I love the idea of getting a blackout shade that costs a fraction of the price you'd pay for fabric or plastic and installs in minutes. It's a simple product that does what it promises, blocks all the light. Up next is Marpak Dome Classic Sound Machine. The womb-to-world transition is the most significant change of environment that ever happens to a human. If you think about things like that, you can begin to understand the fussing and the crying. One of those massive changes is the sounds. In one day, the calming whooshing and swishing are replaced by all these. Who's a pretty baby? It's too much too fast. That's where white noise comes in. If you don't have a good bassinet with an integrated sound system, a white noise machine is the way to go. There's a reason I'm saying good bassinet. It's because the sounds of most bassinets can't be compared to a standalone white noise machine. Marpak Dome stands out as an industry classic with a storied history. The white noise is fan-based, making it closer to the natural whooshing of mom's blood than a sound played from an audio file. To list out the features. It's natural, fan-based white noise. Non-looping sound, you twist the top to customize it. Adjustable, 2 speeds for tone and volume. Simple design, 7 feet cord, 1 plug and 1 button. Classically designed, will blend with most spaces. I'm a fan of airflow-based white noise because it's the closest you can get to natural sound. The constant hum does a great job of blocking the environmental buzz. Up next, FreetoBaby 3-in-1 Humidifier. EPA recommends keeping the humidity in the baby room in the 30 to 60% range. And some baby sleep experts say the optimal spot is towards the higher end of that range, around 55%. But how exactly do you get there? For new parents, I'd recommend a cool mist humidifier. These are often made with babies in mind, feature a nightlight, and produce a very fine mist at the lower settings. One humidifier that ticks all those boxes without breaking the bank is the FreetoBaby 3-in-1. To list out the features. It has multi-purpose usage, a humidifier, a nightlight, and a diffuser. Use vibration to create a cool mist. Prolonged use can run up to 12 hours. Mist size is adjustable, from gentle to the rainforest. The water tank is free of any BPAs. Finding a good diffuser-humidifier combo is a tall task. By good, I mean one that does a good job at actually diffusing baby-safe essential oils. There are similar products, but most of them aren't great at evenly diffusing the essential oil mist, so most of the mist stays around the unit. FreetoBaby does a great job as a humidifier and a decent job as a diffuser. The humidifier can go on for half a day at the lowest setting, which is a massive plus for busy parents. Up next is Nanette Pro Smart Baby Monitor. There are nice baby monitors, there are good baby monitors, and then there's the Nanette Pro. Getting a constant view of what's happening in the crib is essential for any new parent. Actually seeing that everything's okay is the only way to calm a racing mind. Nanette Pro stands out as one of the most well-rounded baby monitoring systems out there. To list out the features. It has a 1080p bird view video. Crisp two-way audio, listen and talk to your baby. Background audio, monitor sound is on even when the phone screen is off. Monitor temperature and humidity and receive notifications. Connect through any device, iOS, Android, Kindle, or Echo. Sleep tracking with detailed stats and sleep time-lapse. I love any product that goes down the no-compromise route, no matter how much it costs. You typically see baby monitors that excel in one aspect and skimp in others. I've seen it all, from great cameras and mics mounted onto dirt-cheap plastic to monitors that just refuse to pair to your phone. There's none of that with Nanette Pro. It's a high-end baby monitor that does it all. Up next is Mika Mickey Bedside Bassinet. AAP officially recommends babies share a room with their parents, but never a bed. That's fine during the day, and if you have no mobility problems. If you have the urge to sleep near your baby, the safest way to do it is buy a bedside sleeper. It's also a great way to have easy access to the baby if you're recovering from a cesarean or don't feel like getting up 10 times a night. To list out the features. It has adjustable height, 7 levels, 17 to 26 inches. The attachment system secures it to the adult bed. Lowering sidewall for easy access. Mesh sides for unrestricted airflow. Generous storage, 2 large side pockets. Built-in wheels with brakes. Compared to most bedside sleepers, Mika Mickey is of superior value. The fabrics and the finish are comparable to similar units that cost more. Up next, Love to Dream Swaddle. Swaddling is a natural way to calm your baby and protect them from the startle reflex. It also imitates your touch, which can help them self-soothe. All of the above means a calmer baby that sleeps better. The critical part here is doing it safely, and that's not as simple as it sounds. Any loose piece of fabric is a suffocation hazard. Swaddle Up is a trademarked, breathable swaddle that will keep the baby's arms up, which is the natural position for most babies. To list out the features. It's a simple quick swaddle with no breakouts, takes but seconds. Fabric is suitable for moderate climates. The ideal room temperature for the Swaddle Up is between 68 degrees Fahrenheit and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. One layer fabric, minimal risk of overheating. Hip-healthy design allows for leg and hip flexion. Machine washable fabric, 93% cotton with 7% elastane. I love any product that makes you go, why didn't I think of that? If 9 in 10 babies want their arms up, why would we restrict the instinct by swaddling them down? The way I see it, no reason bar safety. The folks who created the Swaddle Up had the same question. Then they came up with a great answer and trademarked it all. Up next is Zen 1 Classic Swaddle Transition. Between months 2 and 4, your baby will start to roll over, and you'll need to ditch the swaddle. The transition can be a real pain because it can throw them off and mess with their sleep schedule. Using a weighted multi-purpose swaddle with removable sleeves will make the transition seamless. Instead of gradually changing the way you swaddle, you just unzip a sleeve. The secret here is understanding what's safe when it comes to weighted products. To list out the features. It has 3 weighted sections, 42 grams in total. 2 weighted pads on the sides and 1 in the middle. The inner band can hold the baby's hands down. 2-way zipper with soft covers. Quick-drying sleeves are made of breathable mesh. Removable sleeves, safer and easier to transition. Anything that imitates your touch is a great soothing tool. Such is the case of a weighted swaddle. But there's a caveat, the all-weighted sleepwear is deemed unsafe by the AAP. Between the all-weighted options and the regular swaddle lives this nifty thing. The peg of extra weight mimics your touch, and the removable sleeves make it safe as the baby's mobility increases. Zen 1 Classic is advertised as the only swaddle you'll ever need. Based on everything I've seen, it delivers on that promise. To conclude, if you took the time to go through my picks, you're taking away some precious tidbits of information. I'd say you now belong to the top 5% of parents who understand what baby sleep is about. If you're a first-time parent and learning about all this stuff, it might be too much to take in. Don't fret because it gets easier, especially if you make the right choices.